It's absolutely freezing outside and I'm in the mood for soup. Normally I make Vietnamese soups, but I'm feeling all the Mexican vibes. So let's make some caldo de res. Now I want to preface this by saying I grew up in the South in Houston, but I'm not Mexican, so this is inspired by caldo de res. I normally lovingly refer to pho as Vietnamese gumbo, but this is really Mexican gumbo. Like, you put everything in the kitchen sink in your caldo de res. I know you're supposed to use chuck roast, and I did, but I also had some oxtail that I wanted to use, so I added that to this recipe. The key to most good soup is parboiling your bone. Removes that nasty gunk and leaves you with a nice, rich broth. Now for the vegetables. I did carrots, potatoes, zucchini, corn, cilantro, pretty much everything in the kitchen sink. Now you can see why I refer to this as Mexican gumbo, because you literally put everything in it. Once my meat was clean, I added it back to a clean pot, added some water with some peppercorn, cinnamon stick, bay leaves, and a charred onion. While that was going, I got started on the tomatoes that also go in the broth. I seasoned everything and blended it and added it back to the broth. You don't have to do this, but I saw it on TikTok and wanted to give it a try. Key for this recipe is patience. I had this going while I was working from home, and I pretty much just added everything in little batches and just let it go. Also added in the potatoes and the corn because they take the longest to cook, followed by all of the softer veggies, the carrots, the zucchini, the green beans, etc., etc. And again, this might be a controversial ingredient, but I added frozen green beans, again, because this is my recipe, but you do what you want. In addition to the other softer veggies, I also added some cilantro stems. Not too much because I have the gene that makes it taste like soap, so only a little. The last vegetable that I added was cabbage for about 15 minutes, and then I served it over rice noodles. You can also serve it over rice, but rice noodles was what I had. Now, this was so good, 10 out of 10. I'll definitely be putting this into the rotation for sopa season.